Hi, welcome back to the final part of the tutorial for the second level box. We have covered all the cardboard right now. Two more things we need to do is the inside dividers. I've cut 2 pieces already and I have prepared a small bead and ribbon for the tassel to go there. The inside dividers are going to be the same height as the outside of the box. It's 5 centimeters high. And then you have to measure with the ruler the length you need to have. For my box is 14.5 centimeters. There's one going this way and one going this way. Now, as you can see, I have prepared this notch already. I still have to do that for this one. If I have done that, then the parts slide together. So what you need to do to make this is find the center and mark it. And then this part with the wiggle line is slightly more over the half width of this divider. And I take my knife and just next to the line, about 1 millimeter, I make a cut into the cardboard along that wiggly line until I have to cut a couple of times before I'm through. You see, that's one cut. Now I go to the other side of the line and do the same thing. I cut out. So this cardboard is the same thickness as the outside and neck. 2.5 millimeter grey board. And there it is. Okay? I double check if the cut is deep enough. This is fine. It's going past it, which is no problem. Okay. When you are going to cover with fabric, I'm using which will I use? This one? Yeah. When you cover it with the fabric, you have to keep in mind that if you cover them both this way all the way around, they cannot go because one part will be exposed. So you have to cover it like these next to each other. We take the glue, cover it, so that's one, and I line up this one with the opening down on the wrong side of the fabric. I press the fabric into the glue and now I open up the fabric along one side, here along the bottom, yeah, and also on this side. Now I'm going to put glue on this part of the cardboard. Be careful not to put glue on the cutting mat. And now I tightly roll it over. This way, I cut it out completely. You see, this one is covered up and the opening is at the bottom. The opening I press in a little bit and then I open it with a scissor all the way up to the end of the notch, one side at a time. And then I press it in with the bone folder while the glue is still a little bit wet. Okay. This is how it looks. That's one. Now if I cover up the next one, I have to make sure this part, the closed part, is to the bottom. The magazine. I put glue on one side only. Closed side is to the bottom. And what part of fabric do I take? What is, yeah, the light color is nice, just next to it. I just stay away from the edge of the fabric a little bit, so I'm sure all the cardboard is covered with fabric. Then I can trim it away. One, two, three sides. I cut away the cardboard, and then I have this part to cover up with fabric. So I hold the fabric tight, fold it over, press the fabric into the glue. Don't use this, because sometimes you can wrinkle the fabric and it's hard to get it back into place. Cut it out. So that one can go. So now the opening is on the top side. I'm going to open. I first clip to both layers, and then I take one layer to open it up. The other side, do the same thing. Take the bone folder and fold in the fabric. This one. Now I can slip them together. You have to wiggle a little bit. You see, it comes together. Now, while you do this, take care the fabric stays inside. And at the bottom is a little bit, so I can move it in there, tuck it in. Like that. Yes. It's ready to go inside. Now you can decide to put glue here, some dots with a stronger glue, and place it and glue it inside. If you put glue to these parts of the dividers as well, the glue will come to the top of the neck, and that's not so nice. I prefer not to do so. I only do the bottom. Now there's some threads I have to trim. You can also secure the fabric a little bit, the fraying, by putting a little bit of glue and fold it over like this, and then just go along with your finger so the little threads of the fabric stay where they need to be and don't go out. Okay. I like this part to be visible, so I place it inside, bring it into position, and when you glue it, then you put something heavy to let it dry. Okay, now the last thing we do is attach this to the lid. For that I make holes into the box with my tool. And where did I put it? It's here. An owl. This is quite a big one. There are smaller ones as well, but this is the one I have here, and the smaller one is in my other apartment in Accra. Okay, with a ruler you can go and look for the center, right, and mark where you want the hole to be. I decided to add this one, and I want 2 holes. Just exactly, I measured that exactly from the center where I want to point. So now I go back to where I marked it, and I just go, I turn it around. That makes it a bit easier for me. Without putting pressure too much on the other parts, I go and make a hole in the cardboard. And here's the other one. There you go. And with this little tool, you can, this is just a double layered wire from flower arrangement. I use this as a tool to bring the ribbon through beads and through the holes of the box. So I bring in the 2 ends through the hole, bring the wire through, and bringing the ribbon through this part of the box. Okay, then I do the same on this side. Bring the wire through the little tool. Tool goes through the hole, and there it is. I have to find out what height I like, I think, and then I make a knot on the inside. Just like this. One up, one under, and then I double check, not too tight. And then I go again. And like that. Just double check if I like it. What do you think, guys? I like it. I trim the ribbon. Just pull it in the knot, trim. And there it is. After trimming the ribbon, you can decide to melt the end of the ribbon with a match, with a lightning match. Just go along, and then your box is ready. I'm really curious to see how your box is going to look like. You can, if you have problems, facing problems in one part of this process, don't hesitate to send me an email and I will get back to you personally. Well, looking forward to your comments. Leave them down here if you wish, and hope to see you back in the next instruction video about the 3rd level box. Bye!